Hello and welcome back to Neverwinter Nights, Mask of the Betrayer, where we are actually at the in the astral plane, chatting with what remains of the dead god Myrkul within his actual corpse. So isn't that fun? And yes, last time we had a whole discussion on faith, the nature of the planes, and how things work with Myrkul and Caitlin. Now we proceed. So let's continue. I have questions for you. Save your taunts for another time.
And this one, he is bound for my wall, as the Coven said, no?
If the wall remains there when death comes for me, I shall crack it from within.
Braver and stronger tried spawn of hags. Despite your ego, the universe does not bend to your whims. And it is I who set the rules long ago. But you still do not believe in gods or faith, even as you look upon my corpse. But I suppose to believe in one such as me, to you that is a death of a different sort, and no less painful than dying.
I mean, there's a difference between believing in that and believing
and
like God, but believing.
Difference clings to you, Spirit Eater. The Red Woman, she has been here before. All that she is now, she owes to me, and to you, Spirit Eater.
Your memory is fading faster than your name, old god, and you're wrong on 2 counts.
Yes, he's wearing green.
First, I have never been to the astral realm before this moment, so this is not a reacquaintance. And second, I owe you nothing.
But you stood before me just a short time ago, Red Woman, burning with rage and love in equal measure. What a shattered thing you have become. As ignorant of your own nature as the one who leads you. If only your beloved had accepted my judgment of you, your suffering might have ended long ago.
Somewhat true.
Speak, and tell me what has brought you to this boneyard of gods.
Okay, so now we actually get to speak. Where shall we begin? This looks like a boneyard I've ever seen. Where are we?
Did you step through a portal without knowing where it led? We are between the planes, Spirit Eater, in a crossroad of sorts. An infinite sky where sensation and dream are sharpened to an edge. And a charnel house for gods who are dead. An easy place to drift and sleep. A kinder death than millions that I contend. But then, the planes do not promise justice, do they?
That's very wicked. I was told you were dead and gone. How do you speak?
A god does not easily die. He lives in the fears of him, which linger on, in the doubts that he is truly gone, and in the suffering of those whose lives he brought to grief. Yes, Spirit Eater, even your suffering sustains me.
That's wicked.
Every anguish that you sow, you unknowingly dedicate to me. Every mortal who cowers or cringes at your name, they are also cringing at mine. With every such pain, the embers of my soul burn a little brighter than before.
That is interesting to think about, so yes. We'll get back to that one later. You said I am of 2 fates, bound into one. How can this be?
2 fates, yes. Of the hero who plied the sword ghost, I awoke in a barrow soaked in blood. I know little. But the other, the betrayer Akashi, he is just as I left him. He is empty now. A ravening void that seeks always to fill itself up, to regain what the wall took from him. So he steals what he lost. A face, a body, a name. These are a mask to be worn for a time, until they are also devoured by his unending hunger.
Right, so his identity was kind of taken from the wall. So this hunger within me was once a living man?
Yes, a man whose crimes against the plains were unsurpassed, and I devised a fitting punishment to match them. The betrayer's hunger was born in the wall of the faithless. I placed him there and watched as his mind slowly drained away. His thoughts, his memories, these were torn from his grasp. One by one, emptiness filled him, the hunger of the wall. But before the wall could consume him completely, I tore him free, so that his suffering, his emptiness would linger eternal.
Okay, that is pretty wicked. But yes, we have wisdom here, but we can ask a bit more. Shall we push on this, or should we first ask some questions? I think we should first try. Let's first ask what crimes did Akashi commit?
He raised an army, marched against the realm of the dead, against his god. Is that not crime enough?
But why? For what purpose?
For justice. To tear down the wall of the faithless and set free all the souls that I had bound within. To defy the order of the plains, the combat between mortals and gods.
Still, I think you're leaving something out. Why would one of your priests turn against you with no warning?
Do not presume to hurl blame at my door, Spirit Eater. I cannot account for the treacheries of every mortal soul, only for their consequences.
Sure. Yeah, he is not telling us everything. And why did the betrayer choose me as his mask?
Oh, it was no matter of choice. The betrayer has become an empty, mindless thing. When he devours one mask, he simply waits for the next to appear. Perhaps you blundered too near, or perhaps he lay in darkness, trapped and forgotten, and someone gave you to him. Only love could be so cruel, I think.
But Akashi is not empty, not completely. I have seen remnants of his memory in my mind.
Oh, you have seen delusions, perhaps? The spawn of your desperate mind. Nothing remains of the betrayer's mind or self, else he would not be the ravening empty beast that he is.
No, I think there is... and also, you're not telling me, Paul, only part of the truth, Myrkul. Akashi's punishment was more. Something more.
Was it then?
You said that my suffering keeps you alive, that my hunger sows fear and pain, and he needs to sustain you.
I said those things, yes. If you are so clever, Spirit Eater, then make your point.
My point is this. The Spirit Eater was a contingency, a plan to keep yourself alive. If this curse was ever ended, your evil works would be forgotten, and your consciousness would fade.
Oh, Spirit Eater, what a sure wager you were. And of all the masks, you are the first to know what you truly are.
Okay.
Two faces bound together. One betrayed my faith, the other never worshipped me at all. The irony is deep and worthy of a god's devising.
There was a line left out there, but still not too bad. So you punished the betrayer and all victims with it. I suffer now for the crimes of another.
I made a place for Akashi in the wall of the faithless. Your soul has gone to fill it. When the
Okay.
betrayer's hunger finally consumes your body and mind, then your soul will dissolve into the wall, and you will be no more.
So our soul is
To
currently not in
reclaim
our
your
body.
soul, to tear it from the wall, only in that impossibility might you find your salvation. But how to assault the city of judgment, unless you were to follow a road already prepared?
So you expect me to raise an army as Akashi did?
Open the gate, and your army will find you. Have you not laid eyes upon my vault in the shadows of Malsentir? Akashi defiled my sacred place, built a doorway in its depths to connect the living world with the kingdom of the dead. You have seen that doorway in your dreams. Its key is a sword, a silver blade that knows you well. And now the sword awaits you, fully forged in the sanctum of one who loves you. Everything.
Myrkul does not think much of love, it seems.
So it was planned this way from the start.
Someone planned all this, who?
I will let you discover that little morsel on your own, Spirit Eater. I will not be there to enjoy the moment, but just knowing it must occur is amusement enough. Use the blade to open a gate, assault the city of judgment, and tear your soul from the wall. Finish what Akashi began. Your captains have waited long for your return. When the gate swings wide, they will come like loyal hounds, tongues lolling from their mouths at the very thought of a new crusade.
Kind of know the captain, so that's I do not have an intention of leading a new crusade.
And do you think the betrayer's goal was a grand crusade? Such things arise of necessity. They are born of selfish desire, selfish love. The trappings of justice come later, to seduce the gullible, to entice them to die for another man's selfish whim.
He speaks falsely. Falsehoods are all he has to sustain him.
Your choice is stark, Spirit Eater.
There was like a stout
Surrender
there.
your soul to the hunger and the souls of all who will come after you, or find the blade and open the gate. Only 2 portals provide passage from this drifting cairn of mine. One brought you here, the other will lead you to the sanctum where the blade and your ally await. Go quickly, Spirit Eater. If you would look upon her face, you will not be her only visitor today.
So we still have some options here, that's good. Let's begin with this one, yeah. Armand followed you through the portal, didn't he?
My hound is clever, is he not? You opened the door, as Ahriman hoped, and now he follows your ally to a wretched den. You saw him in your dream of the gate, saw him for the priest he once was, who served me at his brother's side, and turned against me at his brother's whim. He chose his brother over his god, but in his brother's defeat, I showed him mercy. He saw his error and repented on his knees.
How is he still alive there? Yeah, we'll ask that as well. Did Arman repent or did you give him some encouragement?
Ah, Spirit Eater. Perhaps some part of Akashi does still linger in your mind. You know me as he once did. Yes, I ensured that Ahriman would not betray me again. I set a guess upon him and imprisoned his soul in the City of Judgment, a hostage, until such time as he sent my soul to its rightful place.
Okay, so he is soulless. Interesting. Where's Ahriman's soul now?
It lies in the few planes still. The decree of a god is not so easy to change, and Kelemvor is loath to reverse any judgment, lest he be seen as too human, too weak. And your allies' very existence breaks.
You want to talk? You were a human as well. Yes, Myrkul was actually a human that became a god, so... And he still has a cruel vindictiveness of a human. So Ahriman must be centuries old. How does he still live?
By my decree, his body does not age, nor will it, until his quarry is brought to ground.
I think that's actually a magic card, Myrkul's decree. Ha-ha! Right there. Stupid joke. Anyway. So Ahriman still serves you. How does he serve a dead god?
His faith in me sustains him. Belief is the currency of the plains, Spirit Eater, as your little dove will tell you.
And what do you gain of this whole scheme, Myrkul? If I end my affliction, then you lost your contingency plan, and your life here will fade.
Will it? You may spare your soul the agony of the wall, but Akashi will live on. His hunger was born of the wall, born of emptiness. You cannot destroy that which is empty.
I can just fit it with my giant cock. Oh yeah.
As will I.
And assaulting the City of Judgment, I would glorify you.
In everything you do, Spirit Eater, you stoke the embers of my soul.
Now this is an interesting one. Like, yeah, we can feed on him, but this is an interesting one. I will leave, Myrkul. But before I go, I grant you the peace that you rightfully deserve.
Judgment has been too long delayed. Myrkul's time on the plains is done.
It is not yours to dispense judgment, Spirit Eater. The hunger of the wall holds no sway over gods.
Oh, we're not hungry. We're not going to eat you. For all the evils, let justice be done at last.
You have no right. Judgment is the purview of gods. In all you do, you glorify me.
Oh, now he's upset.
You stoke the embers of my soul.
And now I will snuff those embers out. Farewell, Myrkul.
A final irony, even in this.
And so, Myrkul at last lies dead. Prepare yourself.
Well,
As the servants that live, and they will not be pleased by what you have done.
well, I will put this end to that. Myrkul ends as well. Well, let's just say we are not the only contingency plan he has. Yeah, Myrkul has a very good knack of getting back up, and now those Death Knights are all upset with me. That did nicely refill our spirit energy. Oh, and we got Myrkul's essence. That is interesting. What can we do with that? As of the deceased god Myrkul, that hate and malice emanates. Scintillating to infuse a weapon or to create an artifact of great power. A potential would be the weapon's abhorrence of you. Okay, interesting. Anyways, we have a little fight we need to get to. And that Solar is still with us. That is interesting. It just won't go away, will it? Alright, let's unleash with a that, okay, and then you know what, we should try and eat one of these suckers. Let's try that, or give them final piece, I mean. Like this one. Okay, we're not doing anything for some reason. How about Eternal Rest on him? Did we succeed? Yes, looks like. Okay. Okay. That was easy. Any other fancy things dropped? Yes. A miscellaneous object. And Almanjara is still with us. Excellent. So, final piece for the God of the Dead. That is a good point. I think with that we can end the episode here. That was a long talk. But, you know, I really enjoyed the talk with Myrkul. It is excellent. Dia pouch. Oh, we definitely don't want to keep this. It reduces our wisdom, so... It does give more strength and intimidate. I mean, that's not that great for any of in the party, but I think we'll be giving that to Oku. That will be very good for Oku. But we'll do that next time. So, till next time where we go through these portals and chase after Ahriman. Till then, bye-bye to you, bye-bye to Ur, and bye-bye to Myrkul. Bye.